Welcome back to the farm, guys. Here we are. Well, it's still kind of day 2, I think. Yeah, I got Silt done, and as you can see there, Browns is at 500. It is max capacity. $600,000 is what I'm sitting on. So, I've already got this header, this John Deere, and I think that'll do her. So, I'm going to get this one back to the farm. Now, I went and added another mod because it wasn't here. It's not something we're going to use in multiplayer, but it is something that you guys could use when you start off, and that would be the placeable silos. Now, the placeable silos is not exactly cheap. It is going to set you back a little bit as you use it. It's a mod where it's a silo, basically, and basically what it does is it allows you to purchase seed and fertilizer right there on the spot at a slightly higher cost than what it would cost you in the store. I'm only going to go this route because I need seed. I could have filled it up there. I mean, there's another way. There's other ways of going around it. I could not farm and plant anything until I have seed production going. It's going to be a little while because I need chaff so I can make digestate, or silage so I can make digestate. I can do the placeable silos like I just mentioned, or I can just buy the seed directly from the store, refill the planter right there, or grab a truck with a flatbed with the auto load and load everything up on it and then bring it over and do it that way. To each their own, whichever way. End game though, the end game goal is to be producing your own fertilizer, producing your own seed. And it doesn't matter if it's liquid fertilizer or regular fertilizer. You know, you can produce it all. So, let me change this over to corn so I don't forget. I'm going to get that going today as well. So, a little bit of work here to get done. And maybe I'll go shopping still. Sitting on that $600,000, it is burning a hole in my pocket. But this John Deere seeder here, the DS60 I believe it was, very nice seeder. The color is a little darker compared to that, you know, the John Deere 7 Series tractor I'm driving right now. But beautifully detailed. Beautiful. This is one of those, what would they be, high pixel mods? With the amount of detail that is here, whether it's the poly tank there, how it reflects in the sun, you know, it's got flex, everything, you know, a lot of things move. It's just a great mod. There are 3 versions of this. The DB60, 80, and 120, if I remember correctly. I have 2 of them right here. Let's see where to go. Where to go? There it is. All the way down here. So there's the 60 that I have. And there's the 120. The 80 probably wasn't good to go. But these are the 2 models I have. Now, the DB120, I think I mentioned I need to take it out. It was glitching through the ground, and I couldn't save it, so I'm not going to deal with that kind of headache. It's a massive, massive seeder as well. Maybe too big for this map. Maybe too big. But, you know, this one is a pretty good size on its own. I do have the other John Deere seeders, as you saw there, and I do plan on getting another one here once I get corn put through. I'm going to have to work on a Forage wagon as well. Some might say, well, you know, that's over, you know, I wouldn't say cheaty maybe, but, you know, Forage wagon or Forage harvester right off the bat like that? Hey, you know, if you got the money, use it. Now, this game definitely gives you the money. There is no doubt about that. You do rack up the cash with this very quickly, very easily, depending on what you do. You can go ahead and start logging trees and sell off the logs, and that might take a little while because there's a good distance between where you can sell them and where you harvest them for the most part. You can take it over to Cogent, turn it all on the wood chips, take it over to the wood processor, turn it all on the wood chips, and then take it over to Cogent, and then wait for Cogent to produce boards or make pallet boards, whichever one you want to do. And I'm going to drop that here, because I'm going to switch over to that 9. and then take that over to Home Depot and make a nice little chunk of change. I did that on the server a couple nights ago, and I sold off 70,000. Oh, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Sold off 70,000 via the train, 70,000 in both resin, paper, and boards, and then I also sold off 2 truckloads, full truckloads, of pallet boards or pallets from the wood processing facility, and that netted me a nice chunk of change, all total over $500,000. That's a nice looking tractor. I like this one, I really do. Beautiful. Alright, so let's get this all the way over here. Placeables. All the way over. There we go. Seed tank, fertilizer tank, liquid fertilizer tank. I also added in some of these water pump stations. So these, instead of having to go dip the ass end of a trailer or whatever into, or a tanker into the pond, you can go ahead and just drop one of these. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop this little fire hydrant here. Well, that sounds nice too. Okay, so let's put this one right over here. So I'll zoom in a little bit. Q and E to rotate. Right about there. And let's get the seed. I'm going to need that. Where's a good place for this? I kind of think right over here. Rotate this around. I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason to which yeah. No rhyme or reason to which way it points. So we'll put you there. And this thing takes liquid. So we'll buy that one. The base here is square, so you kind of want to make sure it's a little lined up. Right about there, I think. Boom. All done. Let's go refill. Now, because of the way this seeder is with liquid fertilizer, if you were to buy this and hire a worker, it won't work unless both tanks are full. It's going to see that one of them is empty and say, hey, you know, completed my job, tank is empty. Seed is selected. Once again, make sure you select your seed because you are not able to do it once you start filling it. Hello. Are you going to be a pain in my ass here? Unless the fill spots. It doesn't want to fill it. Come on, where's the trigger? There's one. That's the fertilizer. You gotta get real close. That's a close trigger. Holy crap. I don't know if that's the seeder or the tank itself that has the trigger that close. almost forgot. I need to jump into... Well, this one should be able to do the job. Hopefully. We're about to find out, huh? Alright, how's this thing gonna do? It'll do alright, I think. The culty plow. Cheaty, but I don't care. While that works, let's get that seed moved. Now, normally I'd use something that's not going to have a big return. So, for example, wheat or barley, you know, something like that. You know, it's not going to be a huge return on investment because wheat doesn't go for much in the first place. What do I have? Do I have a good amount? You know, you don't want to use something like sunflower, obviously sugarcane, or I mean, sugar beet or potatoes. You don't want to use sorghum because that can sell pretty good. Mustard, that sells awesome. Don't want to use that. So I'm going to fill the first one up with barley. And then I'm going to put wheat over here. I probably should have picked the canola because that had more. Now, it's also nice to hear that you guys, some of you guys are really liking the length that I'm doing these videos in. You know, the 45 minutes to an hour video for these farm sims, you know, seem to be right where some of you guys like them to be. So that's where I intended them to stay, and hopefully you guys continue to watch. In fact, the numbers have been getting better and better, so it looks like some are actually joining for Farm Sim, which is great. Welcome to the family if you guys are watching this for the first time or are new to the series here. There's an achievement. So all we need now is fertilizer, and for that I need digestate. For that I need silage, and then for that I need corn or grass. Corn or grass is what you're going to need to make silage. Many of you already know that. But, what the hell, I might as well go ahead and just repeat it. Now, I'm also going to make this small announcement here, guys. Like I said, if you're watching for the first time, hang around for a while. Farming Sim 17 Platinum is coming out in November, if I heard correctly. So I will be doing a couple of giveaways during live streams over on Twitch. So make sure you guys jump over to Twitch, sign up if you haven't already. It's free to sign up. You know, it doesn't cost you anything. There's mobile apps for it, so you can watch it on your tablet, PlayStation, your phone, TV. Doesn't matter. But I'll be doing some giveaways of that here next month. So hopefully some of you guys tune in for that one. I almost want to do another run here. Give that guy some more time to work, because he's not going to be setting any land speed records. Alright, we'll take the canola. What the hell? I mean, I've only got a little amount of it all here, so I'm not going to use the sunflower. Alright, let's use the soybean. In the grand scheme of things, you know, it isn't going to make that big of a difference. You know, it's only, you're losing 6,700. Big whoop. You know, you're going to end up farming tens of thousands here, depending on how well you prep your fields and your crops. You saw me using the cultivator plow over there. That's the hybrid from Stevie. It plows and it cultivates. I do have plowing on. Obviously, if you guys go into your settings and you turn plowing off, you don't have to worry about it. Just cultivate it, and which many of the seeders that are mods do have that ability to cultivate and plow at the same time. But make sure you check that. If it's a mod, chances are it's going to do it. If it's not, and it's one of the stock seeders or sowers, then you're probably going to have to cultivate. So keep that in mind. I don't have to cultivate here because the seeder I have does that, which I don't really agree with. I mean, it's just a straight up seeder, that's it. But you know, hey, whatever. What, am I too far away, or is it not going to take soybean? Okay. Doesn't want to take soybean. I'm hitting I, or I'm hitting 19 and nothing. So it's not full. I know that. I guess soybean is not a crop that's accepted. Not everything in this map accepts the crops. Some crops have been added by this map alone. It's not included with Farm Sim. Sugarcane, for example, is not included as part of Farm Sim. It will be with Farm Sim Platinum. I don't know also if they're going to sell that as, because I'm not going to go out and buy Platinum. I've already got the original. So I don't know if they're going to put this out as an update for everyone else to have, or if they're going to have this as a DLC for everyone else to go ahead and purchase. If you already own Farm Sim, you can buy the Platinum Edition here, you know, at a severely discounted price. You know, there's no point in spending money on a Platinum Farm Sim game when you already have Farm Sim. We'll have to wait and see how that turns out. Giants, though, you know, they've been pretty good with these Farm Sim games, putting out DLCs and putting out new games, and you know, these guys are on the ball with this stuff. Good to see. Well, I know my button wasn't broke because that just worked, so. Mental note, soybean does not work at the seed production. How are we doing out in the field with the little tractor that could? Oh, he's dog walking it. Oh boy. I think that thing is a little too much for him to handle. Yeah, buddy. Get her. Get you some. Come on. Holy crap. Yeah. Alright, let me try. There's one other thing. That's a nice little addition. It's right here, the vehicle workshop. You cannot buy vehicles here, but you can upgrade vehicles here, make changes to vehicles, and in some vehicles you can actually sell them as well. So I'm going to give it a shot. Right there, looks good. So that's what I'm going to try here. Alright, fire him. Temporary layoff. No hard feelings. You just pull right up in front, hit R. Oh, see, it won't let me sell it, so it's probably something I'm going to have to take to the store and do it. Alright. Is that the biggest motor I can get? Yes. What if I do twin rear wheels? Is that going to make a difference? Some of these mods are sketchy. You'll see two wheels, you know, twin rears or even twin fronts, but you won't see any tracks. You can walk right through that second tire and everything. See, I go right up over it, and you can see the tracks here, twin tires. So, I think if this doesn't handle it, then obviously I have to go to an 8 Series tractor. I can't trust this to pull that big John Deere header back, or, you know, a seeder back there, because, well, the same thing could happen. That's a big-ass seeder. And how's this field doing over here? Soil. There we go. Yep, see? Needs plowing. All of them. Right off the bat are going to need plowing. So you can see the difference there. Let's see how he does when we get down here. She's holding her. Where are you going? What are you doing? Hey! Alright, you're fired. Gotta keep an eye on these guys. You guys have seen the live stream. I've had that issue. Guys spraying one field, and then all of a sudden I'm working, and hey, wait a minute, what the hell are you doing over here? You know, you just continue down over another field. These fields are kind of close. So if you've got something, if he's coming down the left side here, right where my nose is pointing, he's coming down the field, and he gets to the end way down there by those trees. See where the railroad track is? He gets all the way down there. Well, that thing is going to look left to right and say, okay, oh, there's a field over here on my right within my reach, so I need to come around and start doing that one. He doesn't see this whole grassy area where the road is. He doesn't see that. He's got a wide spread. Say it's a sprayer, for example. If it's within his reach, he's going to come around and do that field. It doesn't matter if it's the same field or not. It doesn't matter what's in the middle of it. He sees he has to do that field because it's within his reach, so he thinks he has to do it. You know, the AI is not exactly smart here when it comes to seeing these fields. So How? Oh, all right. The blind is gone. Is she gonna hold it? It's looking like it's holding. We're fishtailing a little bit. We're walking a little, maybe not. Twin tires for the win. Big ass. The tractor does. Anyway. I need to give this a little bit more time before I can bring in that cedar. So while that works, let's go shopping. Yeah, you go that way. Hey, you're a smart one, aren't you? There you go. All right, let's go shopping. I get the feeling I should buy an 8 series tractor anyway. I'm gonna end up wanting one anyway. So I'll stick with the basic for now. I hate to say it, but I'm feeling like I'm gonna get rid of this Kinsey. It's weird to me. I don't know. We'll see. And do I want a forage harvester? Or do I want to go into logging? I'm going to need... Now, there's an option here. I can get something like this. But that's a really narrow head for that thing. Well, it's not like I have a crap load of money to spend here. So I'm thinking this big X. Horsepower really doesn't matter much, so I mean I can even get away with this Rost. Screw it. Alright, Crone. This is the proper header for it. Not a very wide one, only 6. That one's 9. That one's 10.5. I don't know if this is going to work on it, though. According to this one, I need just... It's an easy collect. That's it. Big X 1100. Here's the 9 for the 1100. This one's for the 580. Go big or go home. And one more of these. All right. Let's go saddle up my new toys. Look at this beast. That looks pretty fun. All right, close her up. Oh, is it not going to? Oh, there it is. I went right over it. Now, that's why I got this little single, because if I picked up that double, the front set of wheels would be off the ground. I'm going to chop that cat up. I'm going to unfold this thing, turn it on, and then call the Chinese place. On my way. All I'm gonna have to do is buy a silage fork. And that is it. Ooh, oh. Back up into it again, straighten it out. Now, also, someone had mentioned using the Follow Me mod there, just reminded me. Someone had mentioned, you know, oh, well, it's not that difficult. You know, they got stuck in the swamp, and they couldn't drive their vehicle out. The truck was too heavy or underpowered, what have you. And they said they used Follow Me mod to drive themselves out of, to help get a push. So I had mentioned, you know, playing single player in a map like this or an area like that, you're kind of SOL if you get yourself stuck. You know, there's no one there to help ram you and push you out. There's no one there to pull you out. Now, although the follow mod still will not pull you out, well, it probably could, because you can set it to where they are in front of you. And so if you have a tow bars, you can use that. You can have the vehicle, if you don't get that one stuck, you can have the vehicle stay in front of you with the tow bar, or if there's any kind of tow mod out there, you can use that vehicle to help pull you out. The same thing for what this person did in the comment from the Silt video, episode 2. They put the vehicle right up behind them, bumper to bumper, and then had to activate it, Follow Me, and had that other vehicle behind them push them out. So, if you have Follow Me activated, it could be your best friend. The best friend you never meet. But it can also be the pest that drives you up a freaking wall. Because the Follow Me is sometimes slow to react. So let me see if I remember. You see them right there on the left-hand side there on that menu that I just brought up. You hold down right shift, F, H, W, S, A, D, X. What would this X do? I forget. Doesn't do anything. Okay. A and D sets the offset. H is to hold. And then you just hit H again and they start coming. And then W and S increase or decrease the distance. Now, how far out in front you can get these guys, I don't know. I mean, I would assume you could probably get these things if you control everything correctly. you can get them to do circles around you. You know, pull up alongside the left side and then get in front of you and then come over in front of you and then go over to the right and then drop back. Now, I didn't point them out. Left-hand side over there is the liquid fertilizer. That's what gets fertilizer in the front, and then there's a tower next to it. That one gets the water, so you're going to need water there. In fact, since I'm here, why don't I just go ahead and take care of that right now? So I don't have to go all over the place to find it. And granted, there's a pond right there. But now there's one right there. So I can just come over, fill up, put it right in there. Down there, you guys have already seen, that is the seed production down there. And of course, here is the last, but not least, fertilizer production. Already with 85,000 silt, all I need is digestates. Which hopefully, next video, we can get that going. Now, I'll tell you what, Crone is a very popular mod. You go on some of these mod sites like Modland, Mod Hub, they're all over the place. You type in Crone and you're going to get multiple different versions. The grass cutters, you got camouflage, different colors, different sizes, tracked, not tracked, you know, twin wheel, you know, this and that, and you name it. And you just saw another one that was in here, the Big X1100 with the huge storage thing on the side, on the back. So it's made for continuous running. I don't remember what the capacity is, but basically it's a Big X1100, which is bigger than this one, with extended chassis, and it's got, I think it's a 20,000 or 50,000 liter box on the back. That thing lifts up and turns sideways, and so the pipe automatically shoots right into that box, and it'll hold onto it until someone comes to offload it. It's made for continuous rotation, so it's great if you're on a server and you're working huge fields of corn to get chaff, because then someone can just stay in that thing continually over and over and over, just drive and drive. Meanwhile, you or two of you guys or three guys come through with their trailers like this one or whatever you guys are using, and just continually offload, come back, dump, and then go back out. Production. That's where it's all at. Alright, hit F to cancel him out. Follower stopped by player. And here we are. All done, ready to go. I'm gonna find a home for this one. Where do I want to put this little... I think right over here. Alright, she's gotten down there pretty far, so... I probably should use that 8 series on this, but I'm gonna use his 9. I only wish that Cultiplow was bigger. It does make it difficult to, and that was the camera on top of the seater that you just saw there. I don't know why that's there. It seems stupid to me, but Oh man, the animation on that is just so cool. That doesn't seem right on the whiff. 18? No. Let's take a look here. Oh, 18, okay. Now this thing doesn't really work here too well. You can see it's not fertilizing. See the dark and then the lights. It's not fertilizing the whole thing. So I'm not going to get a whole lot of fertilizer down on this one. I don't have anything to spray with, but normally what I would do is come back through with a sprayer. Luckily, if you look down there, 538 still on the fertilizer, so it's not using it, you know, a whole lot. So I'm not really wasting a whole lot because it's still fertilizing some of it. And you'll see when I make this turn what exactly I'm talking about. And obviously if you have crop destruction on, you are not going to want to do this. So all that crop just got destroyed. There is a hesitation on this thing. I'm going to push the button now. A little bit of a hesitation. The other one has a longer hesitation, the smaller John Deere seeder. So yeah, you can see right there, it's fertilizing down the center for some reason. It gets bits and pieces here and there, but for the most part, it just does not want to do it. And it's unfortunately something that still has not been fixed. Meanwhile, sitting in plush leather padded seating, Sirius XM Octane rocking on the CD player up there, CD radio. Rough life, huh? Nah, I'm just joking. I know farmers work a lot. These guys over here in my area are already working. Well, this ain't gonna work too well. Oh, we're gonna make it. The guys are already out there harvesting what they can, soybeans. Oh, there we go. Did I get it all? Did I miss anything? Nope. That's a different angle. I found myself a little surprised about those guys already being out there working because it looks like it might be still a little too wet. But some guys have already, pulled a little bit of corn down, so that still must be a little too dry to really go after it. But the beans, on the other hand, yeah, I saw about 4 harvesters going already just on Monday on the way home. So. Looks like they're getting an early jump with nice warm weather here that we've had in central Illinois in the 90s. I'm sure across the Midwest too, because Mobius was saying it was in the 90s there as well. So the nice warm weather is really helping dry the crops out and allowing these guys to get out in the field now. God, those lights are bright. Those bright ass LEDs. I almost forgot what icon I wanted to push. Yeah, I'm slowly catching up. I'm going about the same speed, but because I'm so wide, 18 meters. And plus, it's taking that worker forever just to get lined up on the different. Every time they make a turn, they can pull up, they reverse, and then they slowly get going again. So I don't think I'll catch up to the point where I'm going to be overrunning them, but I am catching up slowly but surely. Alright, we'll tell you guys what, I'm going to cut away from this. Actually, you know what, looking at the time, I might just go ahead and wrap it up. It's getting close to being 60 minutes, so I'm going to finish this field up, put my toys away. I might go do another load or two of silt if I can. Yes, I can. 400 at Dawson's, 430 over there, so I'm going to do another load or two and get a little extra cash maybe. God, that does sound cheaty, doesn't it? But seeing I've got nothing to sell, really, of value. Oh, it's going to hit that tree. Damn it. Oh, I might have scuffed the paint a little bit, but that's it. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap things up. I'm going to do a couple loads maybe over to silt to gain a little bit of money. Or maybe at least one. Or I might not at all. You know, I've got what I need. The only thing I really need now is a sprayer. I don't have one. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to focus on getting this done here. And when we come back for episode 4, we'll be harvesting and putting all this into the bunker. So that is it for now, guys. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the commentary, you enjoyed the gameplay, and you come back for more. Until next time, thank you for watching. Take it easy.